Hi. Who wants to go to Hawaii? All right. All right. Can you hear me on this? Can you turn this up? All right, here we go. Can you all hear me back there? All right, I'm throwing my voice through that microphone.
Hello, my name is Markus. Welcome.
You know, I could talk to people about health and what to eat until my face turns blue. And you know what? Most people aren't going to do it. It's kind of, most people don't. They say they do. They buy my book, and then they email me with all their problems, and I say, no, you didn't read the book. You wouldn't be emailing me with your problems. Or they have the book and they read it, but they didn't do anything. Or they read it and they did some of it, but that two little things that they just didn't want to do, it catches up to you. Anyway, it's human nature. Human nature is to be comfortable, to just do what feels good and deal with the consequences down the road. And that's the nature of being human. And we have problems, and we get stressed, and we get depressed, and life gets us down. And that's part of health. Health is not just what you eat. Health is, are you happy with your life? Do you like what you do for a living? Do you like the relationship you're in? Do you like the house you're in? Do you like the car you drive? Do you like whatever? I mean, there's a million things. And there's always something that just sucks your energy, that makes you feel depressed. And most people are not happy where they're at. So that's what this talk is about. I'm not going to tell you what to eat. I'm sick of doing that. I'm tired of it. I'm going to tell you something a little more important. And that is a different form of health. And that is mental and emotional health. Being happy with life. Because there are people that live to be 120 years old. And they smoke and they eat bad food. And they're like the oldest people in the world. Why is that? They all have something in common. And that is they're at peace. They're not stressed. They like what they do, for they're just chill. They don't have a lot of problems. And there's people that have a lot of money. I know some of the richest people in the world, and they're not happy. I know a lot of people in Beverly Hills, they're not happy. So money doesn't necessarily mean success. It doesn't mean happiness. So, for me, the definition of success and prosperity is being free to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and not having to answer to people in a way that makes you their prisoner, that makes you feel like you have to fit into someone else's mold, that you have to work at a job that you don't like, or live in a house that sucks, or whatever. You know, most people feel like they're a prisoner of health, or a relationship prison, or a money prison. And you got to be free of those to be really happy and live a long life. Money doesn't mean happiness. Being healthy doesn't necessarily mean happiness. There's a lot of raw fooders out there that are kind of miserable. They're like uptight hippies that just want to be, I'm sure you guys know all the drama about that. So, it doesn't matter. I mean, I am not this person that says, you need to be 100% raw. Okay, just look, guys, do what feels good to you, but the point is, if you start listening to your heart, and you start following what feels right, you'll be given the right stuff anyway along the way. So that's what this talk is about. Somebody in this audience, one lucky couple, is going to end up in Hawaii. And I guess I could buy all of you tickets to Hawaii, but but that's kind of missing the point, because what this trip to Hawaii is a fish. It's a meal. And I could give you all a meal, and after it's over, you're going to be back to depressed again. So what I'm here to do today is to show you guys how to be able to do this on your own indefinitely for the rest of your life. To go to paradise, to live in paradise for the rest of your life. To be free, to do what you want to do, to live your life and not have to worry about things anymore, to not be stressed anymore, to not depend on people like me to give you some freedom. My whole thing, my book, Heal Yourself 101, that's where it all started. It's your job to heal yourself in your life and have the courage to go out there in the world and do what you call you, and not to be living in the mold of someone else, to make money for someone else, to feel like you're a victim of society or the system or the government or whatever. There's going to be oppressive things all the time. You know, I could give you some examples of people that were the freest people in the world. The Gandhis, the Jesuses of the world. They walked around, they owned nothing, but they were led to palaces. They were given great things. And they killed them. They killed both of them. They put them on a cross, they shot them. But while they were alive, they were at peace, and they gave something to the world that lasts forever. And so it's not how long you live, the question, or how rich you are, how much stuff you have. It's about, are you living your truth? Are you able to walk the world and speak the truth of whatever you feel, that you are free to say it? If you want to go to a tropical paradise next week, that you are free to do that. That you don't have to borrow someone else's money to do it. And that's something that I talk about in my books, The Prosperity Secret and Instructions for New Life. Money is not something you go after. It's something that comes to you as a byproduct of you living your own truth. You having the courage to give up what you have now, and you could lose everything, but that's okay. Because once you're free of the crap that's holding you down, then you are free to start a new life. Because when you create a hole, the universe has to fill that hole with something new. And it's usually the 2017 model or whatever year it is, which is better than the old one. That's just the way it is. So the best thing you could do is get rid of stuff. Get rid of anything. And it's funny because the people that have very little, they hang on to what they have because they're afraid if they lose that last little thing, they're going to have nothing. You're always going to have something. Always. Guaranteed. And they say, and then there's the excuses. Well, I have to pay my mortgage. I have children. Well, that's a big one. I have children. I can't live my dream because I have children. I have to take care of them. I posted a video a week ago, 2 weeks ago, about this guy, Sundance, who has, what does he have, 6 kids now. And he's been living in paradise, going from tropical beach to tropical beach for the last 20 years. He started was like $10,000 in debt. He just went on a plane to the tropics and started, said, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to start doing this because I want to be in the tropics. And he's, you know, his wife and him started having kids, but they made it work. There is no excuse. There is always a way to make it work. Always, 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 always. There's always a way. And I'm a creative person. I'm an artist. I love creative challenges. Part of the thrill of life should be finding out a creative way to make something work. There's always going to be a challenge. There will always be a challenge, no matter how wealthy you are. You're going to be challenged with something. Even the president, even the people who run multi-billion-dollar companies, they all have challenges. So it's not a matter of being free of those. It's a matter of what are you going to do with those? How are you going to use those challenges? Some of the richest people in the world, the most millionaires were formed during the Great Depression, because they didn't see it as something bad. They saw opportunity. All challenges are opportunity. Now this might sound like fancy hokey-pokey talk, like, oh yeah, it's easy for you to say, Mr. Successful. Well, I started with nothing. I almost died 3 times. I was broke, I don't know how many times over. And it took me a while to figure it out. And that's why I wrote the books. And the answer is so simple, it's ridiculous. And it all starts with you acknowledging that you are not in a place that you're happy with, that you feel you're stuck in something, that feel that you are, there's got to be something better out there. If you're feeling that there's got to be something better out there, then that's first step. You have to acknowledge that. And the second thing is you don't feel like a victim. Stop with the excuses, because that's something that's holding you back. Stop with the why nots and start looking for the hows. And if it doesn't exist, if everybody says you can't get out of that, there's no way, nobody else has ever escaped this prison, there's always the first person. Everybody who's ever created something new and wonderful was the first person, the first pioneer to go down a new path. And so your path, yeah, there's a very good chance that what it is that's going to set you free has never been done before. Why? Because you're the first one that is you. The guy down next to you, or that successful person, they got successful because they did what was right for them. And if you try to copy their success, you're going to be a weak copy of that person, or you might even just outright fail. Because what worked for them is not necessarily what works for you, even if you do the exact same thing. Your job, and I guarantee you this is one of the biggest secrets of success, is to Listen to what's yearning inside you. What is it that makes you happy? What makes you free? What makes you you? And it could be something as simple as, I like children's stories. There was a woman named, what's her name, J.K. Rowling? Yeah. Guys know who she is? She had some kids. She was living in poverty. She had nothing. I think her man left her. A typical story, right? She had nothing. She was in poverty. But she liked children's stories. So she scribbled on some pieces of dirty paper while she was sitting in the corner shivering in some wherever, and started writing these stories that turned out to be called Harry Potter. She's a billionaire now. So she was a single mom with kids who had nothing. She was living in poverty. There's stories like this all over the place. People who found what they liked. Okay, let's say you like, well, you can say, well, I don't know anything. I'm just a homemaker. I just make muffins and I clean dishes. And what can I do with that? Well, let's see. There's somebody named Martha Stewart who made billions with that. Whatever it is you're good at, whatever it is that makes you you, whatever it is that makes you feel at home, that you could do for the rest of your life, that you enjoy doing. Be the best at it. Find a new way to do it. Or just do it so well that it's, or even if other people are already doing it, nobody does it the way you do it. It doesn't matter. There's many brands that do the same thing. Coca-Cola does the same thing that Pepsi does. Mercedes does the same thing that Porsche and Ferrari does. They're just different brands. But people choose this one or this one or this one because of their personality. Whatever it is that you're doing or that you want to do, that you're good at, somebody else is probably already doing it. But they're not doing it the way that you would do it, if you did it. So really what it takes is you to have the courage to step out of your comfort zone. Yes, you might lose everything to get there, but you got to start doing what you normally feel that you're drawn to do. And that's the scariest step in the world for people, is to go into the unknown, to do something that hasn't been tested before. All the Christopher Columbuses of the world that rode off on a ship when the world was flat, wasn't it? I mean, you're going to fall off the end of the earth, don't go. But guess what? He didn't fall off the end of the earth. He found another continent. There's pioneers all the time, all the people that did something great. Thomas Edison, who went through 1,000 different types of materials to try to find something that would light up but not burn out. It took him 1,000 tries, or was it 10,000 tries, to find a filament for a light bulb that changed the world. Never give up. Whatever it is that you love to tinker with, whatever it is that you like to, what's your hobby? Make your hobby your life. Make that what you love to do. Okay, let's say you say, well, I just want to go on vacation. I just like to have fun. Fine, then be Robin Leach. I mean, do something with it that whatever it is that you love to do, start doing it. This guy, Ka Sundance, that I mentioned, German guy, he just liked to be on a beach and have, eat coconuts and make babies. Fine. You know what he did? He started having a video blog about it. I am now making another baby. Look at me on the beach. Don't you wish you were me? And he started getting like 10,000, 100,000 followers. And then he started monetizing the videos. The guy's rich enough now to do anything he wants. He can fly anywhere in the world, lie on any beach, and all he's doing is what he loves doing. You don't need to know the secret to how to make the next nuclear reactor. All you need is you and what it is that you like to do. How hard is that? I mean, people think they have to go to college or university to learn something. Most of the people that I know that got successful, nobody cared if they had a piece of paper on the wall. They said, how good are you at what you do? I want the best. Are you good at what it is that I need? That's what sells, is your skill. And what you do, what you create with your abilities, that is what sells. It's not a piece of paper. Stop wasting $20,000 or $100,000, whatever it is, to go to college or university. I dropped out of high school. I dropped out of art school. I was teaching night classes the second year of art school because the teachers were asking me how to paint stuff because I could do it faster than them. And I said, you know what? If I'm better than the teachers, why am I paying these guys? So I went and just started my own thing. And it took me several different things to figure out what it is I wanted in life, and I failed a bunch of times. But if it wasn't for those failures, I would not be where I am today. So what I'm telling you guys is stop with the excuses. You want to live in paradise? You want to be free to live your dreams? It starts with you losing the I can't because. Oh, maybe someday because. You got to get rid of that because that's what's holding you down. The only thing holding you back from living your dream is you. And if it's a negative person in your life or whoever, walk away. Have the courage to walk away. Trust me, there's somebody better, more positive. There's always more positive people out there. Oh, what I can't because he pays my bills. He puts a roof over my head. Okay, I could go on about this. All right, stop with the negativity. Trust me, there is something better waiting for you, and you might have to give up everything you have to get there. The road might be bumpy. I always say in my books, the cosmic GPS is what guides you. That's what makes you go. It tells you, your body is your vehicle. It's what drives you from here to there in life. So I tell you, make it, treat it with good gasoline, keep it healthy, keep it running good. Okay, where are you going to take that body? What are you going to do with it? Now that you have a healthy body, where are you going to go with it? Well, that's your direction in life. And you don't need to know where you're going 1,000 miles down the road. All you need to know is that this direction feels like the right one. And as you step forward, a stepping stone appears. If you drive the car at night, your headlights only shine for like 100 feet and then it just kind of blends into darkness. So you can only see a certain distance ahead of you in life. Just like a headlight at night in the car. Just start driving in the direction that feels right, and things will start showing up and materializing like things in the headlights at night. So the same thing with life. Step forward in the right direction that feels right. And as you put your foot forward, a stepping stone will appear. I guarantee it. And then another one, and then another one. And that is the way you get through life. You don't need to know what the final destination is. All you need to know is, does this feel like the right thing? Am I going in a direction that gives me peace, or am I going in a direction that gives me stress? Most people go in the direction of stress for some stupid reason. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta nod and shake some people. Stop with the fear. Because life is short. You could get hit, a meteor could wipe out the earth tomorrow. Why are you not doing the stuff that you really want to do, that you want to crave? I mean, a car accident, a plane crash, a meteor, a war, anything could happen. Stop waiting. You don't know how much longer you have. At least you want to go out saying, I did it. I tried it. I wanted to see what it was like and I did it. Rather than, I wonder what that would have been like. What is life with you guys? I mean, life means live, right? That's what you got to do. You got to live, and that's my point. So, if you really want to live in paradise, and that means going anywhere, doing anything you want to do, stop asking someone else how to be successful. Stop asking, including me. I mean, my thing is to teach you how to learn to have courage in yourself and step forward and follow your own path. And this isn't metaphysical mumbo jumbo. This is the way all successful people in the world are. They're not afraid to do what feels right for them. And it might not be good, might not be bad, it's just their way. And yeah, there are some people who do bad things because that feels right for them. But look, life's a movie. A good movie has good guys and bad guys. Without bad guys, the movie would be boring. So be thankful there's some bad people in the world because it makes life more interesting. It gives you a challenge, whatever. Just stop dwelling on the negative stuff and start really getting excited about the creative potential in everything that comes your way in life. Look at it through a different set of eyes. Don't look at something as broken. Look at it as, I have a better idea of how I could glue that back together. Maybe I could sell that. Everything. It's how you look at things that makes the difference. And once you start looking at life a different way, that is where the magic starts. I didn't know 10 years ago. I'm in the film business. I like making movies. I like entertaining people. Obviously, I'm on stage. But I didn't want, or 10 years ago, I didn't know I was going to be talking about enemas and green juices. Who wants to do that? That's pretty boring, right? I want to be having the flashy fun stuff. But it helps people, and it's so easy to do. That's why I thought originally, yeah, right, come on. I'm going to be telling people about, stuff like that. It's like, it's already been done. It's boring. Who cares about that? It's been done a million times. Why would I go down that road? My job is to be a great entertainment person. Well, but that's the funny thing about success. The things that most people do as for success is what comes to them the easiest. It's the stuff that they just do without even thinking about it. If you're good at knitting or whatever it is, fixing something, or being handy with whatever it is, even if it just means it's easy for you to make people feel good. You have a pretty smile. You could be a model, or you could be a therapist, or you could be, whatever to say. It might just be your personality that helps people. Whatever it is that people tell you because I remember my dad used to tell me, I'd go home and, my parents and I, this is years ago, we'd be talking about life, you sit around the table and talk about why their life sucks and when are you going to get a job, son? You're just an art student. Get a job, get a real job. And then he'd be eating crap, and I'd say, Dad, stop eating crap. You're gonna die. And I would and I'd tell him why. I'd say, why your liver and your kidneys and all this stuff. And he looks at me and goes, son, you should be a motivational speaker. And I go, yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Well, who's gonna make money off of that? And the funny thing is, I'm not even making money off of this. This is free. I'm actually paying for this room, so you guys don't have to pay to be here. So I'm not even making money on this. That's not my point. My point is, I'm not doing this for money. That's my most important point. I'm doing this because I love doing this. I like making you guys, I'm setting you free, because the more happy people are in the world, the better the world's going to be. The more miserable people in the world, the more there's going to be wars and bad things. Because people, why do they eat the bad food that they do? Why do they have their bad habits? Because they're stressed, because they're unhappy. If you were really happy and free, you probably wouldn't be eating things that are that you just need to make it through the next day. I just need something to make it through the next 2 hours. I need my pizza, I need my sugar, I need my energy drinks, I need my coffee and my donuts, because that makes you feel good. It gives you a rush because you need that to feel good right now because your life sucks. Well, as soon as you get out of that, you don't need those things anymore. So really, by helping make the world a better place, you're actually helping the rest of the world get off of their addictions, which means that they're freer to be, and the happier you are, the more healthier you will be all around. And that energy will spread out and make other people healthier too. And my point about the money thing is, I don't do this stuff for money. Actually, matter of fact, most of my herbal products, some of them I'm actually losing money on because I want the best ingredients in the world, because I made it for myself. I said, what would happen? Like, for example, I know pine nuts are a really high source of protein and healthy fats, but they're super expensive. They're $30 a pound or something? I don't know. They're ridiculous. And then durian, something nobody's even heard of it. I said, but let me put these, what would happen if I put the ultimate ingredients together to make the ultimate formula? And I took it, and I want to see what happens, because all the other stuff that I've been buying, I just feel like, I don't like it. So I started making these formulas for myself because I'm a tinkerer, I'm a scientist. I like to see what it does on me. And it worked. I became like this incredible life full of life, and it healed all my problems and blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, start sharing with people. And they said, wow, the emails I'm getting just blow my mind. Like, no more pancreatic cancer. Like that, they said that's impossible. You can't heal pancreatic cancer. It goes on and on. But the point is that I enjoy doing this, and it's fun to help people. And there's very little profit in my herbal products. I'm doing it, and so what I'm saying is I'm not doing it necessarily for the money, because the money comes to you as a side effect of putting good energy out. And that is something that people have to kind of twist their perception on, because most people go after money. And the interesting thing about life is whatever you go after, you're going to chase it away. Any relationship. If you have a guy or a girl that you have the hots for and you go after them, you become a stalker. You chase them away. They don't get away from me. That's the way relationships are. But once you say, yeah, I don't want you anymore, suddenly that person, but wait, that's the interesting thing. When you don't need something anymore is when it finally comes to you. But when you want it, when you need it, you're pushing it away. And that's a big part of the secret of success and money. Don't go after the money because it's gonna make you miserable. Money is a side effect. It comes to you naturally when you're doing what you should be doing in life. And what you should be doing in life is so simple that you can do it with your eyes closed. And you're saying to yourself, nah, I can never make money doing this because this is too simple. That's ridiculous. Like me telling people about doing enemas and green juice is like, what? It's ridiculous. It's already been done. But I'm doing it my way. And it's interesting for people. And I have my own little following, my own little crowd. And they just seem to like to hear me talk about it for some reason. So I go, okay, I'll put on some shows and stuff. And I'll make some videos. And so it just comes naturally. So whatever it is that you naturally do, don't do it for the money, because you're doing it for the wrong reason, you'll probably regret it. Don't borrow other people's money. Trust me, what you need are tools. And no, it's not money, it's tools. And those tools, to create the thing that you need to create, whatever it is, will be given to you as you go. You're not going to get the whole package deal at once. You're going to be given, what you need as you go. If I walked naked out into the street right now, I guarantee you somebody's going to put a coat around me. You will be given what you need as you go. So that's the way life works. It's really kind of an important thing to realize that you'll be taken care of. Even if it's not necessarily what you want, it's what you need at this moment. And whatever it is you're given, even if it's just a penny, it's all you need in this moment, and you need to be thankful for it. Because if you're not, life's not going to give you 2 pennies. You got to first prove that you're thankful for whatever little thing you have. And if you have a miserable life, if you're in unhappiness, find something to be thankful for. Even if it's just the fact that you're alive. Even if it means you have a pet, or the sun is shining, or that person just smiled at you. Find something. Start somewhere. Because it has to start with being thankful for something. That's where even if it's the tiniest thing. And life is exponential. The minute you start with the tiniest thing, let's say it's a penny, life will give you 2. If you're still thankful for 2, it'll give you 5. If you're thankful for 5, it'll give you $1. And you go, and it's like somebody's watching you guys. So there's a higher force. There is an intelligence to all of this. And whatever it is watching us. And if we prove that we can be thankful despite our miserable situation, it's like, okay, put yourself in the position of the higher entity, power, God, whatever you want to call it. And let's say you're a parent. Let's say you're a parent and there's a child. And you give the child $1. And the child let's say you give them a toy. And they go, bam, and they break it. Are you going to give them another toy? Like, you're going to give them something cheaper because or something, But let's say they go, oh, thank you, and they cherish that, and they worship it, and they look at it with wonder and awe, and they look at you with a sparkle in their eye, and they're so thankful. What do you feel impelled to do? You're going to give them another toy, a better one, a bigger one, and that's life. You might not have much, but whatever you have, if you're thankful for it, trust me, life will give you something bigger and better. Not like all the way to the end. It's going to give you little steps. And you got to prove yourself each step of the way. And like I said, it's exponential. So 1 becomes 5, which becomes 10, which becomes 100. The 100 becomes 1,000. When you start getting up to that level, 1,000 becomes 10,000, which becomes 100,000, becomes 1,000,000. And before you know it, you're a millionaire. And you go, where did this come from? It happened fast. Trust me, when things start happening and it's on the right path, it will. Bam! It's like you blink and then you're there. Life goes fast. So start doing what you love to do, what's good for you, the simple thing. It's like greased. It's like Teflon. It happens quickly once it starts. But if the seed is not planted in fertile soil, it won't grow. If it's not watered properly, it won't grow. And that seed is that vibration you have in you, that thing that you just want to do, But you're not doing it yet because you're only going to do it someday when you have a chance to do it. When you have the money, the time, you're over your responsibilities. Look, you're never going to be out of responsibilities. You're always going to have them. So why not start now? Whatever that little thing is that's vibrating in your heart that you love to do, start honoring it. Start tinkering with it. Start watering that seed. And before you know it, you're going to have a giant oak tree bearing the greatest fruit that's going to carry you, that's going to feed you for the rest of your life. And each one of you has a different tree, a different type of seed and fruit. So stop copying the person next to you and saying, that worked for them, I'm going to try that. No. Do what's right for you. Follow your own voice. And I guarantee you, everybody's going to say, I don't know. It's never worked before. I don't know. And they start giving you all these reasons why you shouldn't do it and why you'll probably fail. Or you might even be disowned by your family. Or your friends might say, they're going weird on me. I don't want to be their friend anymore. You could lose your friends. It happens. But the sooner you get on the path of doing what's right for you, the sooner you will start helping other people and inspire them. And you know what? Maybe down the road, those friends and that people that disowned you will look back at you and go, damn, I should have been there. I should have, they'll see the way that they should have supported you, and they might come back and be your friend again, or if not, it doesn't matter, whatever, they've learned their lesson. Your job is not to make others do anything. Your job is to be yourself and inspire people, and whatever is meant to come along with you will drag along anyway. Whatever's going to fall away will fall away. Don't try to hang on to anything. Don't try to make this person come along with you for the ride. Don't try to make, your prized possessions come along with you for the ride. Let go. Whatever is what's right for you will stick along. Whatever isn't right for you will fall away. And you'll be surprised when this starts happening, what sticks and what doesn't. I guarantee you most of the time it's not going to be who or what you expected. Who you thought was your friends is not really who you were expected to be, and those people you thought were your enemies might turn out to be your best ally. That's what makes a cool movie. Darth Vader turns good. So that's life. That's part of the things. It's just the way. Once you start stepping, like I said, I walked out naked in the desert. I didn't care if I lived, and that was a great start because I didn't care. And the greatest moment of your life is the moment before you die, because that's when you give up. That's when you say, I don't care anymore. I don't have to answer to anybody. I just give up. I'm okay with everything. All right, bye. If you could live like that for their whole life, that's where the success comes in. That's where you feel at peace. That's what Gandhi and Jesus and all these people had. They were so at peace that they were not afraid to speak their truth. And people were in awe of that. How can you say that? Oh my God, I've been thinking that my whole life. Oh, I wish I had the courage to say that and do that. Well, those are the people we look up to. Those are the people that we wish we could emulate. Those are the people that get followed by masses and millions. Even though they're not part of the government, even though they are, against what society tells you should do, there's something magical about somebody who's willing to stand their ground. They start getting a following, and that following will support you, and that's your new family, and that's where success and freedom come from. And that opens your road. That's your doorway to paradise. That is how you get to where you belong. And the more you go, the more you build those muscles, the stronger you get. And there's a whole world waiting for you out there, and you've only got a few years to experience it. So I want you guys to get out there and start walking through that door and see what's on the other side. And don't be afraid if you lose everything along the way, because you will be taken care of somehow. There's always food. Look, I told you dandelions and weeds are edible. You're not going to starve. I don't want to hear excuses. Unfortunately, it's human nature. 80% of you will not have the courage to do it. Maybe 90, 95. But the few that do, this is your ticket to paradise. I'm teaching you how to fish. I can't just keep giving fishes out. I'm showing you how to do it yourself. And once you realize, wow, there's more. I could keep doing this. Wow, this is great. You can start sharing it with others. So every now and then, there's one of you that will come out of the muck, and you'll show others how to do it. And that person will show another 1 out of 100. And that's how magic happens. That's natural selection. So it's your choice. Are you going to be scared? Or are you going to go out there and start living your dream? I'd rather you guys lived your dreams. But if you have negativity, if you have this little voice in your head that keeps telling you, or fear, even if I, gave everybody a free trip to somewhere, I guarantee you a lot of those people are going to be thinking along the way, but what if the room is booked? What if the car has a flat tire? What if the weather's bad? What if it's raining the whole time? What if, oh my God, what if my flowers die back home? What if, it's like, what? That's not a vacation. Stop it. Who do you think's going to have a great life and who do you think isn't? It's like, you can't make somebody see things a certain way. It has to be like an awakening from inside. And a lot of times it means experiencing the worst situation possible where you just lose everything. You have like a divorce, they repossess your house, you go bankrupt, you almost die from cancer, whatever it is. Sometimes it takes that for life to just rip away everything that's valuable to you, for you to finally go, oh, well, now that I don't have that anymore, now I can see things with a fresh set of eyes. And I've heard, every time, I hear it all the time, cancer is the best thing that ever happened to some people. Losing their house is the best thing that ever happens. Not everybody, but those who have open eyes, those who are willing to change, those who are willing to see things a different way. Bankruptcies and divorces and people losing a loved one or relationships ending is another way to be free to start seeing things a different way. Because what you had before wasn't working. It's that simple. What you had before was not working. So you got to do something different. Or a lot of things different. And that's the key. You got to be open to that. If you're still hanging on to the old way of doing things, you're not going to get the new way. So, health is not just what you eat. It's not just money. It's not just having certain things. And success, which is part of health, and when I success, I don't mean like, having a big office and with lots of millions coming in and all that. It's being free to do what you want to do. For everybody, it's something different. So, you need the freedom and the courage to do that. And each step of the way, you might lose everything you have. And that's okay. But as long as you know that's going to be replaced with something else, something better, something more right for you. Like what's right for me or you right now, today, is different than what's going to be right for you tomorrow, the next day, next year. And just be willing for that change to happen. It might be a violent rip or it might be a gentle presentation. Whatever it is, be ready for that change to happen. And don't fear change. Nothing stays the same forever. There's always going to be change. That's part of life. And sometimes this change is scary. You're gonna say, oh, I had this wonderful little good streak there, but things are getting a little funky now. Well, that might be the best thing. That maybe you need to go through that. Like when you turn on your cosmic GPS through life and it tells you to go down this unknown bumpy road, because everybody wants to take the freeway. It's a nice smooth ride, but it's boring and it's ugly. But you want to get to this new destination, to have this new exciting thing, and the GPS, I call it the inner cosmic GPS. It tells you to go this way. And so you start going that way, but it's a bumpy road. It's a road that hardly anybody's ever taken before. Yeah, you might go through some bumps in life. But maybe that's the only way to get to that thing, the Shangri-La, the hidden oasis. The thing that's going to make you... Like I live in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, 50 years ago was just a little spot in the desert that was nothing. It's one of the most glamorous cities in the world now because somebody had this crazy idea. Hey, let's make a casino here in the middle of nowhere where it's 120 degrees. And they all said he was nuts. So the point is, go down, if you're getting the urge, you're being told somehow to go down a bumpy road into somewhere in the middle of nowhere that nobody's been before, and that feels like the right thing to do it. You're the only one getting that message. You're the only one, not the person next to you. Don't ask them for advice. Don't ask them if it's the right thing to do because they're going to say you're nuts. They're not getting your message. Only you can get your message. The person next to you is getting their message. And they're having their own issues trying to get the courage to do what it is they're being told to do. So again, don't ask other people for advice. That's like the worst thing you could do because they're going to tell you something from their perspective, which is different than yours. Only when you find your place will things start happening for you. And you have to have the courage to stand for it, because trust me, there's going to be resistance. Most people will resist what it is that you think you feel you should be doing, whatever it is your little passion and drive is. And, it could be something as small as, well, I just like, doodling pictures, whatever it is. And they're going to say, oh, you're such a loser. You're just sitting there doodling pictures. What a waste. Do something with your life, you slacker. Well, maybe those pictures are going to be the key to something fabulous. It could be like, maybe you're an artist that has a new style. You can be like, look at some of that, what was it? Some of these, remember Beavis and Butthead? That was the worst artwork in the world. Those drawings sucked. It was like, how can those stick figures become a multi-million-dollar business? Why aren't they great, fantastic things? Well, that was a style. And the guy said, I'm going to be crude, I'm going to make really nasty jokes, and I'm going to have this really bad artwork. And it became a hit because people like something different. So what I'm saying is, whatever it is that you just feel like is you, stop listening to the negativity around you. Don't let people cut you down and make you feel bad. I'm trying to give you, if it's just me saying, just keep doing it. Whatever it is that you naturally do that makes you feel good, it gives you peace. Why not keep doing what gives you peace? Why are you going down the road that gives you stress? That's a ticket to paradise. And that's really where it all starts. I could go on and I could give these multi-$1,000 seminars. Come to my $3,000 seminar and I'll upsell you to my $10,000 seminar. But I'm not going to do that. I wrote a $20 book called The Prosperity Secret and another $10 book called Instructions for a New Life. Take it, read it, do it. Don't ask me questions. Just go do it. I'm giving you the book to do it. And I made it affordable. You can download it. It's like, don't bug me. I'm busy having my paradise. I'm telling you how to do it. If you don't want to do it, fine. If you're too scared, whatever it is. But my point is, if I make people feel good, somehow the universe, the world, God, life is going to repay me. And it is. It's paying me in ways, it's like, most rich people don't even pay for their stuff. It's given to them. It's mind-blowing to people who are not doing well. And they think it's unfair. But the rich people, and when I say rich, I don't just mean lots of money. I mean people that are just doing whatever they want to do in life. It comes to them naturally. It's handed to them. And that is part of it, is knowing that you're going to get what you need, what's right for you, and the glorious stuff will start just magically appearing in your life. It does work that way. But you have to have, the price you pay is you have to have the courage to go against the flow, against all the negativity, against all the people telling you you're wasting your time, get a real life, get a job, do whatever it is. But you have to say, no, I'm putting my foot down finally. I'm finally going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to be me. Because I'm tired of waiting another 10 years, 20 years to do what I want to do, what feels right for me. And that is the key for you to have the strength to put your foot down and say, that's it. My new life starts now. So, that's your ticket to paradise. And I do have the ability to buy everyone a trip, but again, I hope you got the point. I'm not going to do it because you learning to do it on your own is the best thing I could ever do. A drill sergeant in the Army is the one that everybody hates because he kicks them in the ass and everybody hates him. But he trains them. He gets them ready for battle. And when the battle of life hits, that drill sergeant they're thankful for that. It's the best thing that could ever happen. It's somebody that gets you ready for what's out there. And you have the strength to stand up for yourself and fight that battle of life. And that's what I'm doing here today. That's why I'm not giving all of you a trip. I'm teaching you how to fish. I'm teaching you how to live your dream, how to follow what you're here to do, and hopefully inspire you to do it, give you an example. Because that's what I want. I want all of you to be empowered to do it yourself and not rely. That's your problem. Most of your problem is you're waiting for someone else to come through for you. You're waiting for someone else to give you the approval, the money, to do what it is you want to do. It's never going to happen. You have to do it yourself. So I'm trying to give you the tools you need to do it yourself. It's not easy. A lot of it's just basically overcoming your fear. But once you do it, you're going to go, hey, this is pretty easy. Once you don't fear losing things anymore and you have nothing left to lose, the world's just, everything is at your disposal. And it's amazing how things just started getting handed to you. So, and by the way, I'm going to make sure that everybody here leaves this room with something that's life-changing. Even if you don't win the trip to Hawaii, stick around, because even after I give the prize, do not leave the room, because I've got something for all of you, all right? All right. So, meet Valerie here, and she is our official contest rule person, official type thing. She'd have a badge or something. Hi, Valerie.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, so this here, everybody put something in here, right?
If you got here after 4:30, you came in after the contest period. Oh.
Oh, but you know what? I'm teaching you how to get it yourself. You don't have to rely on it. That's the whole point of this. Oh, well, that's good. See, you weren't expecting anything. Okay, that's good, that's good. All right, so anything that we should say here?
Good luck.
Good luck. So what this is one couple, that's two people. If you have kids, that's more than two. And then it's up to you to take care of that. But two people, I am paying to go to Hawaii at the Westin Resort, which is a luxury resort on Kaanapali Beach, which is the nicest place, in my opinion. It's where I go. I'm not going to give you some cheap place in Honolulu. I'm giving you what I like personally, all right? This is because I believe in it. I want you guys to see that I'm real, that I'm not giving you some cheap-ass thing here. All right, so, and I'm giving you $1,000 spending money and a rental car, so it's everything you need to have a great time for a week, I believe. Is it?
Yes.
Yes. And because what if it's 2 or 3 days? You know, these cheap little things you get that say, you get a free 3 days in Bahamas, but you have to pay your way there, and then you have to get yeah, that's ridiculous.
The red ticket you have, there'll be a serial number. It starts with 611. Do the honors, sir.
All right. Now, notice, I am taking my sleeve and rolling it up, so there's nothing I can do.
We're going to put it here.
Notice the sleeve. All right. Somebody want to do a drum roll here? All right. I'm going to stir it up here. Stirring it up, stirring it up. I don't know who had anything. I'm not even looking. Da, 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 da. Dum, da, dum, da, dum. I'm just going to draw this out. This one? No. That one? No. Wait a minute. This one feels pretty good. Nah. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. No. Got kind of sweaty. I didn't like that one. All right, this one feels pretty good. Wait, there's two of them. Ooh, which one should I let go? All right, are we down to one? Is that one?
That's a single ticket.
That's a single ticket. All right. It's got kind of crumpled up. This person must be pretty nervous. All right.
Read the number.
Read the number. You guys can hopefully all read what you have there. You ready? Wow, this is an interesting number here. 6. Who's the winner? 1, 1. 2. 1. Still some people left here? Last one? 1.
No way! This is crazy.
Is it you? It's him.
I didn't even have a ticket. I didn't want to lose my seat. That nice lady there with a witness got me a ticket.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't even have a ticket.
Okay,
And I thought,
listen,
well, I let
listen.
it go. I said, forget it. I would never win anything in my life anyway.
What did I just say, guys? Let go. It'll be given to you as you go.
Oh my God.
He did not come here with his aggression to get it to win. He came here.
I can't win anything. The only thing I ever won in my life was a beating at the fetish bar.
So somebody gave him what he deserved.
Like I said before.
So our selected entrant here.
It's true, though.
Tell them your name. What's your
Oh,
name?
my name is Tommy Riley.
And what do you do?
West Carleton Concrete. I drive a cement mixer. I
Congratulations.
can't believe it. And you're my second favorite person in the world.
All right, so she's going to take care of the details with him. You guys go this way. Congratulations. The rest of you, everything you need to live your dreams, I am giving it to you. I wrote the books, I have the information, the instruction guide is already existing. All right, everything that's at my booth is now free. Go get it. Go, it's all yours.
How you see the world is what changes your world. Those who appreciate without expectation will always be winners. Don't go after things. Just be the very best you can be and let life come to you. No matter what situation you're in, changing your perspective opens new doors.